Today's video is sponsored by nobody. Because when you're a nobody like me on YouTube, nobody wants to sponsor you. What's up, boys and girls? So earlier today, I achieved level 12 status on Zwift, which means I also unlocked the route for Alpe Du Zwift. So over these next couple of weeks, I will be preparing to do the segment in under an hour. But before I go through all the trouble of scouting the route, training, figuring out where I can save a few watts going up the climb, I figured now would be a good idea for me to change out my current setup on my bike. So right now I'm using a 52-36 crank out front, and out back I have an 11-28 cassette. So I figured I was going to swap out the crank for a 50-34 compact crank. I have here a medium cage derailleur, courtesy of Shimano 105. And I also have this bad boy right here, which is an 11-36 cassette. It looks like a freaking pie or a pizza pie. And of course, a new chain, because I'm definitely gonna need that. So before I go through all the hassle of swapping out all these components, this is where I need the help of you, the viewer. Now, there's basically two camps on Zwift when it comes to setting up your gearing for any climb in Zwift. And both these camps seem to hate each other. You have one camp that believes you should keep the training difficulty on inclines at 100% at all times and simply use the physical gearing to adjust your riding style in order to achieve your preferred cadence. And the other camp feels like don't even bother going through all of that hassle. Instead, you should simply slide the difficulty trainer within Zwift in order to basically give yourselves a virtual easier gearing in order to complete the climbs. Now, just for the record, just because you adjust the difficulty within the game, that does not make the climbs any easier, because regardless of what the difficulty setting is within the game, you still have to put out the same amount of watts in order to go the same speed. So when I say trainer difficulty, it's more or less just a virtual cassette in order for you to achieve your preferred cadence. So in my case, my preferred cadence is anywhere between 85 and 100 RPM. Now, I already know that with my current setup, I basically have ran out of gears. For example, earlier today, I was on a climb that was about 16%. Now, I know granted that the Alpe Du Zwift is not 16%. I want to say the average is about 8 to 10% overall, but on a 16% climb, in order for me to put out 220 watts at 3 miles an hour, my cadence would be around 70. And again, with my current weight being about 74 kilograms, at 70 RPM cadence, using my lowest gear, which is 34 in the front and 28 out back, that would not be a cadence that I could sustain for an hour going up the Alpe Du Zwift segment. So this is where I need the help of you guys. What do you think I should do? Should I go through all the hassle of installing all these new components and keeping the trainer difficulty slider at 100%? Or should I instead just move the slider and adjust it to achieve my preferred cadence? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. As always, if you have any other questions or any other concerns, or if you guys want to fight it out and have this debate going back and forth, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll check you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.